Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel PokePidge. Today it is the first top 10 video of the new year. I like doing my top 10s on this channel. It's something I do quite predominantly. It's something I started the channel for, and these are never going to stop. So the first one of this year is going to be top 10 useful items for Pokemon games. Now this list isn't going to be items that are useful in competitive battling on the competitive scene and online and everything. It is going to be items that are useful on a run through from start to finish. There may be some battle elements to a couple of these items. However, I know there are things like the Assault Vest and the Soldier and things that can really help you out when you're trying to be competitive. But like I say, this is just for items that you use on a run through. Over the years, many items have been introduced every single time we get a new generation. You couldn't use held items in the Generation 1 games of Red, Blue and Yellow. They were introduced in Generation 2 for Gold, Silver and Crystal. However, the only real use of them sort of hit off in the Generation 3 games in my opinion. Most of these items are held items, although there is one that isn't, but you'll see what that is later on. And the large majority of this list is applicable to games that are around now, so Sword and Shield, Let's Go, you know, later 3DS titles, that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the list. Number 10, Leftovers. Now, Leftovers is an item that restores 1/16 of your HP at the end of every turn. This is exceptionally useful for Pokemon you're trying to train, Pokemon that are a little bit weaker on the defense or special defense, and it just bulks your Pokemon up a little bit. Who doesn't like health recovering items for a start? It's great for use of recoil moves. So for example, if you're going to use Takedown or Double Edge on someone, you're going to get some recoil damage from that. However, at the end of the turn, you can recover a bit of it with the Leftovers, depending on how much damage you've done, of course. It's also applicable for status conditions. For example, if you are poisoned, Leftovers will pretty much restore the health that you've lost, unless you're badly poisoned, and then the same for Burn. Although it can't bring your attack back up, it still brings your health back up from the health that you lost anyway from the status condition in the first place. It is pretty helpful. Number 9. Individual Pokemon Candy. In the Let's Go games, they introduced individual Pokemon Candy for individual evolutionary lines. For example, you got Pikachu or Eevee Candy, and what they did is they raised each individual stat by 1. For example, I use this in my Master Trainer series. I had each evolutionary line have 100 of its own individual candy, and it just raised its stats and completely boosted it. It was really helpful. You can do this early on in run-throughs as well, considering you start the game with 50 Pokeballs. So if you go and catch 50 Pidgey or Rattata in a row, you're probably going to get some of their candies. Number 8. Heart Scale. Now Heart Scale's pretty much had one main use since its introduction in Generation 3, and that is to relearn old moves that a particular Pokemon may have forgotten. This is very useful in certain situations. For example, Piloswine is a Pokemon that only evolves when it learns Ancient Power. However, it can't learn that by TM or by level up, it learns it at level 1. But it evolves from Swiner, but like level 20 something I believe. So it never learns it naturally. You need a Heart Scale to remind it the move Ancient Power and then level it up, and then it will evolve into Mamoswine. It's very useful. Similarly with Alolan Marowak. That evolves from Cubone at level 28, but level 27 Alolan Marowak learns Shadow Bone. So when your Cubone evolves at level 28, your Marowak completely misses Shadow Bone. So you need to take a Heart Scale to the move reminder, let it learn Shadow Bone, you know, and it's just a great move. And this item is exceptionally helpful, purely just to remind Pokemon of old moves. Number 7. X Accuracy. Now this one should be fairly quick to explain. It's specific to Generation 1. Using an X Accuracy didn't just raise your accuracy, it actually made your accuracy 100%. So if you got yourself a Nidoking with Horn Drill, a Dugtrio with Fissure, or you know, a Kingler with Guillotine, you use an X Accuracy once and their one-hit KO moves will hit every time without fail. That's incredible. This glitch was retconned in later generations, so using an X Accuracy only raised your accuracy by sort of one stage anyway. It didn't make it 100% like in Generation 1. In Red, Blue and Yellow, get yourself someone that can learn a one-hit KO move, get a load of X Accuracies, and you will beat absolutely everyone. Number 6. Leper Berry. Now there are Mary Berries that are... Mary Berry. Let's try that again. Now there are many berries that I could be mentioning in this video, but the Leper Berry is the one I've chose above all others. What the Leper Berry does is restore 10 PP to any move that you select. which only can be done by sort of ethers and elixirs, which you can't buy in shops. You get berries that can recover HP and everything, but you can also buy potions in shops, so that's not the issue. You can't buy PP recovering items in shops as of yet. So having a berry that can do that is really helpful. It's the easiest way to get PP recovering items, and I always plant a few when I'm having a run through, mainly because you always run out of ethers and elixirs due to the fact that they're very limited in number and you can't buy them. So leper berries are exceptionally useful in that situation. Number 5, the Amulet Coin or Luck Incense. This one's going to be quite straightforward, to be honest. The Amulet Coin or Luck Incense double the money you get from battles. This only happens when a Pokemon in battle is holding that item. You can't just have it in your bag and get the double prize money. So if you give it to someone and you battle with them, they've got that item, instead of receiving 3,000 Poké-Yen, you'll get 6,000. And just on a run through, it's brilliant to get double the money that you were supposed to be getting in the first place. I know you can sell expensive items, however, if you just put an Amulet Coin on a Pokemon or a Luck Incense, put them out in battle against, a trainer like a gentleman who give you loads of money, you're going to get an exceptionally large prize from that. Ka-ching. Number 4, the Lucky Egg. Now the Lucky Egg is an item that boosts the experience points you get from any battle. Now prior to the experience share in Generation 6, this meant that a Pokemon that was holding that item and was in battle would get a boosted experience from that battle. However, now the experience share is there, it means that a Pokemon in a party can hold the Lucky Egg and then will still get boosted experience anyway. Either way, it is a very useful way to train Pokemon that you are trying to evolve, for example. I always recommend getting this because if you catch a Pokemon, there's a few levels under all of your other Pokemon and you want to train it up a bit, then just give it the Lucky Egg, put it into a few battles and just see how it does. You'll be surprised how quickly they grow and level up. Number 3, fresh water. Now prior to the latter generations, fresh water was an item that recovered 50 HP. This was exactly the same as Super Potion, which recovered 50 HP. However, this was 700 Poké-Yen. The fresh water was 200 Poké-Yen. Not only that, vending machines are all over the place in Pokemon games, and you can get soda pop, fresh water or lemonade from there. I only say fresh water because it's the cheapest one and it's the easiest to get, so it's brilliant. It also was very strange for a very long time that something that was medically designed to heal Pokemon in the Super Potion, raised 50 HP, yet a simple, completely neutral freshwater drink recovered the same HP. They've tried to, improve that a bit more now because the freshwater only recovers 30 HP and the Super Potion recovers 60 HP, so it's twice as good, although the price still isn't reflective. It's still worth getting all your fresh waters. However, there is one item that has never changed its HP recovery value. Number 2, Moo Moo Milk. Now this is much the same as fresh water, however it is just beat fresh water to number 2 because, like I say, its HP recovery value has never changed since its introduction in Generation 2. It recovers 100 HP, and in a majority of Pokemon games you can buy it for 500 Poké-Yen. 500 Poké-Yen is cheaper than a Super Potion and it recovers twice as much in the majority of games. And there are certain Pokemon games that you can buy them by the dozen from farmers. So you could buy 12 for 6,000 Poké-Yen. However, 12 Super Potions or Hyper Potions or whatever are going to cost you a hell of a lot more. So it's always beneficial whenever you see the Moo 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 Moo. So it's always beneficial when you see the Moo Moo Milk sellers to actually just buy a dozen or so, and keep them on you because they are great value for money. Number 1, the Quick Ball. Now we should all know by now that the Master Ball is the best Pokeball in existence. It catches without fail. But in my opinion, do you want to know what the second best one is? It's the Quick Ball. And do you want to know why? Because it basically catches any leveled sort of 30 or under Pokemon 90% of the time. It's a Pokeball that's more effective the earlier you use it in battle. So for example, you come across a level 20 Ekans and you want to catch it, before you even use a move, just throw a Quick Ball. You'll be surprised at how good it is. Now the Quick Ball itself has a ×5 multiplier if you just throw it at the beginning of an encounter. ×5. That's insane. It's really helpful when you're trying to fill your Pokédex and doing the first sort of third of a map. You pretty much can catch any Pokemon you need by throwing a quick ball immediately. I recommend whenever you see the opportunity to get some, you get as many as you can, because if you want to fill that Pokédex, quick balls are essential. And not only that, it's actually got quite a cool design. But that's it everyone, they are my top 10 useful items for Pokemon games. Can you think of any others? Have I missed some? Please do let me know in the comments below. Please do like, share and subscribe. I know it's a cliche to say, but subscribing and following me on Twitter and everything is the most helpful thing you can do. But until the next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.